What's going on? We live, another episode, Overreaction Monday.
Yes, sir.
My man Antoine, Bethea, got my co-host DB Darius Butler.
Building.
Man, we got a lot to talk about today. Some good games yesterday, some ugly games yesterday.
Woo! Man,
Man, and
storm down here in South Florida, man. Got down here, hope y'all been safe. Got more to come today.
oh, y'all got another storm coming today.
Well, it's the same one, but I think we're supposed to get hit again. Like they canceled virtual school.
All right,
Wow.
nah, man, y'all stay safe down there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
The Bucks. Rohan said the Bucks are pretenders. Rohan
Man,
coming out the gate already.
Man, I'm not gonna say they're pretenders. I think
That was
it was ugly. It was definitely ugly.
on prime time too.
Prime time divisional opponent. Playing at home.
That was shocking.
Yeah, that was. Brady didn't look good at all. Offensive line didn't look good. Shit, they not look good. Defense didn't look good. It was just it was ugly all the way around. I won't call them pretenders. That was a butt whooping though. Was a butt whooping.
That was a ass whooping. Hold on, let me make sure. Is my Periscope on? Oh yeah, it is. So what do you attribute that to? What do you think? What happened, bro?
Bro, you've been a part of teams where you go out there, you feel as though you had a good week of preparation, and you go out there and just lay an egg. It was a lot of talk about AB coming in playing.
Mm-hmm. All eyes was on that game, but that's what I'm saying. These are big time players though. This is Brady, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin. I feel like Godwin probably played the best out of the bunch, and he was out there with 8 fingers.
Yeah, but AB, you can't expect AB to come in and it looked like obviously we on the outside looking in. It was looked like it was some miscommunication. So with AB only having really a couple weeks of practice, you can't really expect him to go out there and just
not even a couple weeks, a week,
be clicking on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans, once they got him in the slot, he was working the middle of the field. He got some catches, but it was too late by then.
Marshawn Lattimore had that shit strapped.
Yeah, I mean, he said that.
Shit. That boy had his seat. That boy about to had 2 of them. I think the last 3 times they done met, like when they've been matched up. Yeah, he done. But in the division especially, it's always the matchups you look forward to because all right, I got this cat number.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I see him twice a year, and I know, that's just a matchup. I remember in the Indy, like Taylor, I used to always play the Texans. I knew he was gonna play his best game against D-Hop.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Broncos, he had DT. He had that matchup.
Yeah.
So your corners, some guys like certain matchups. Sean definitely like that one. I can tell you that much.
Nah, for sure. Let's talk about this Bucks defense though, man. It was a lot of miscommunication, blown assignments. I know it was one towards the end. It was I think it was White and it was just the 2 linebackers. It was White.
Not David. Was it White and David?
Yeah, I think it was White and David. David was trying to.
I ain't gonna lie, I turned that shit off.
Yeah, but David was trying to give him a we're working the banjo call, but obviously, the other linebacker didn't get it, and it would have worked. It would have worked perfectly. And the banjo, for the listeners, is when you have 2 receivers and two defenders, 2 over 2, they're in close proximity. So basically, when it's working, if a defender go in, the inside defender will take him. If another offensive player go out, the outside defender will take him. And it would have worked perfectly. But I think it was.
Same page.
Yeah, it was on the same page. You know what I mean? So, and they scored on that, and then it was another score. I think it might have been the first touchdown when AK motioned out the number one receiver, and as a defender, you always kind of alert where that running back passes a receiver, and that receiver's at 2, the running back is at 1. It's a potential where that number 1 receiver running back will do a hitch, which is 5-yard stop. Number 2 go vertical.
Yep.
But I think the corner got. Yeah, I think the corner got locked on AK instead of playing his third. But again, not knowing what coverage they was playing, it's hard to tell. But it was a lot of miscommunication, man.
And when that happens, because usually you put that running back out there, and as a corner, you kind of like, all right, you see the running back here. All right, let me see who's at 2. I know this running back is probably going to be a decoy or whatever. But for the Saints, it's kind of backwards. Like Kamara gonna get that's the number 1 option. It's been the number 1 option all year for Drew. So he gonna kind of take more attention than probably a receiver would out there. So that's a good game plan by the offense too, knowing like, all right, they're gonna be paying extra attention to 41. So let's put him over here as a decoy.
Yeah,
you'll see offenses do that with other players too. Whether it's a jet sweep or line them up in the backfield, motion them out just to take the defense's eyes. Like, oh shit, we're 41.
Yeah,
and then throw the ball somewhere else. So, man,
talk about Dean, man. I know we talked about him on the show. How we like his play. He's aggressive, make plays. But they're kind of going at him a little bit, man. He is aggressive. But kind of talk about it. I know you kind of tweeted something to one of our guests previously, Jay Powers.
Yeah.
Kind of talking about his eyes and how he's not playing with good eyes right now. What you attribute that to?
So we earlier this year, he made few big plays.
Yeah.
Interceptions, taking them back to the crib. And when you do that, obviously you get confidence. But some people start searching. You start searching for that next one. Let me jump this, let me jump that. And you just get bad with eyes, eye discipline, eye violations, whatever you want to call it. And DBs obviously know exactly what that is. But for y'all that don't, it's just as a DB, as a player, period, as a football player, when you out there, you got certain keys, certain assignments, certain players. When you're a man coverage, it's your man. So you covering them and you're covering the route. But once that receiver makes that first break or that break, when you break to that man, you should be looking at the man for a couple steps. Then you look back at the quarterbacks once you're in position. What Dean is doing, and you can get away with it sometimes. What Dean is doing is he's seeing the break from the receiver and he's looking back at the quarterback. All right, the ball got to be coming. And what they're doing now is scheming them up. They're scheming that up. So, all right, when 35's on your side, you run the in and out, the double move, the hitch and go, the out and up, whatever it is. You saw Sanders scored on like a post corner in the red zone yesterday. And soon as Dean got that post, he looking in at the quarterback like, where the ball, boom, broke out. And as a corner, you're going to be the last person in the stadium to see that double move.
Yeah.
Got to have good eyes. He's got to limit the eye violations. And once it comes up on film, whoever's game planning for him the following week, all right, we got to draw something up for 35. We got to draw something up for 35. And that's what I tweeted last week. I was like, hey, Dean, like, they're coming at you. It's obvious. So the next 2-3 weeks, you got to play it honest. You just got to play it honest, or, you got to kind of what we call put that fire out.
Yeah.
If as a defense, if we giving something up, if we giving up, certain shots, certain plays, we're going to keep seeing them until we stop putting them out. So as a corner, as a defense, you got to do something. You got to be more distant to put that fire out. So told Jay Powers, I know that's a young boy, another Auburn player. So hopefully you get that message, man. Good player, talented player. But you got to have them eyes on point as a corner.
Nah, for sure, man. You hit that on the head, man. And Pepe from Mexico, man, he got a question. Do you believe those blown coverages on the Bucs are mental mistakes or bad overall defense? I'm gonna say mental mistakes, man, because obviously we've seen his defense play at a high level, and obviously the defensive coordinator is a good defensive coordinator, great defensive coordinator. And lack of practice players quality. They have great players on that defense. Great players on the defense, made a ton of plays so far this year.
Yeah, all year.
Yeah, I know the coaches on that defensive side of the ball. They coached me in Arizona, so I know they pay attention to the details. And I know the guys on the field are paying attention, but it was just one of them nights, man, where it wasn't good for them. And
Yeah.
don't get it twisted, man. You have them nights, man.
Definitely had those nights.
You had those nights where it's just not clicking. You looking for it, you searching for it, going on the sideline, you looking at the iPad, you looking at the paper, like, man, what's up? I'm pretty sure guys on the sideline trying to ask each other, like, yo, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
And shit just ain't clicking. And sometimes, man, you just go back to the chalkboard and be like, look, man, they just whooped our ass, man. Try to learn from the mistakes, watch the film, and go on to the next one. So
get to the next game.
Yeah, that was ugly though. That was ugly.
All around both sides of the ball. Tom Brady looked in that offense, looked lost.
Yeah.
Blaine guy, I can blame. Man.
Yeah.
What else? Any other surprises like that? I feel like that made me forget about.
Nah, let's talk about that Steelers Cowboys game.
That was definitely a surprise that was even a game.
A game, exactly. I'm pretty
sure.
Go ahead.
Now I'm saying we all expect that to be a blowout. You had Gilbert coming up from haven't played the game. I say in like over 2,500 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a AFL guy, but
yeah,
that was shocking. I was shocked to see that from the Steelers, but like you said, you had those games and boys figured out a way to win. McCarthy and the Cowboys coaches had those guys ready to play and put up a good fight, but couldn't pull out at the end. The Steelers found a way to win. They found a way to make one more play. That's what it comes down to. And it could be a trap game. That's a real thing.
And I think that's what that was, man. You 7-0. You going into Dallas? They 2 and I think they was 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that definitely was a game where you kind of overlooking, where it's like, all right, man, we can go in here. It's gonna be easy. We gonna do what we do.
Stat game. It's about to be a stat game.
Hey, the Dallas defense was ranked last in the run, so I figured they was gonna go out there. They was gonna do their thing. But shoot, Dallas was pulling out all the tricks. Kickoff return. Well, I think it was a kickoff return, punt return.
Yeah, punt return.
Punt return.
Have you seen that one before? I've seen that one before. Have you seen that before? That throwback?
I haven't. I don't think I've been in a game.
Okay.
But obviously I've seen it, but I don't think I've actually been in a game where that has happened. So
yeah, they executed that perfectly. That Vice, went back. They executed that. But that's what you got to do to beat a team that's better than you at all phases. You got to put out all the stops.
Mm-hmm.
You got to play your absolute best football, and they definitely came out and played a good game. But I actually tweeted after the game Mike McCarthy's record in the last 15 games. Mike McCarthy 3-12. So I had people jumping on there making excuses for Mike McCarthy and shit. And like we always talk about in this show, especially AB, no excuses, no explanation.
None of that.
You know what I mean? So, everybody banged up, and obviously Dallas is super banged up, but that's football. You know what I mean? People hurt, and, he was like, and then somebody responded like, McCarthy just had a great job, had those guys ready to play, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's his job.
Yeah.
It's his job to have him ready to play. If I go out there as a corner in my last 15 games, basically I've lost my matchup 12 out of 15 times I've lost my match. I'm 3-12. Like, I'm not gonna have a job.
Nah.
So nobody's gonna be making excuses and say, the player, you didn't get a good pass rush this game. You wasn't getting good play calls this game. Like, no, I'm not making no excuse. Chris Godwin out there playing with 8 fingers. You think I'm about to make excuses for a coach?
Right.
Especially one that had Aaron Rodgers, top 3 to 5 quarterback in Green Bay before he got run up out of there. So I ain't making an excuse for no coaches and even coming into this year, you had Dak start 5 games, and you let a lot of those slip through your fingers. So not making excuses for anybody. I just put up the facts. The facts are 3-12 in his last 15 games. That's what we judge by on that stage: wins and losses. Simple as that. So.
Talk that shit, D.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, man. So I ain't making no excuse. We saw Mike Tomlin go 8-8 last year with Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph. So I ain't trying to hit none of that shit, man.
Nah,
But
that's it. That's it, man. Let's
yeah,
go over. Let's go over to another game, man. We you probably gonna get hyped on this. The Dolphins and the Cards. We had the two of the young studs at the quarterback position.
that was a
You
big
put
game.
a
Big
huge
game for
game.
both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you put your GM hat on, and you said it was Tua time. Go ahead and get your Miami Dolphins hat
Damn,
on. You
damn,
know what I'm saying?
I can't even find. I ain't bring it down. You lucky, man. But
Yeah.
I told one of our former guests, Mike Adams. I told y'all, hey, Tua time. If Brian Flores felt like it was the best time to go, he's been in that. He's been in the practice. He's been in the meeting rooms. He knows where he at. We took this guy top 5. We see what Herbert doing. We see what Burrow doing. We got to throw this cat out there, man. And that's what they did. And last week, he didn't play well, in my opinion. He wasn't asked to do a lot. Obviously, defense played great. Special teams played great. Wasn't asked to do a lot. But I was like, man, I don't know. And then this week, got another week of practice. Got the butterflies out. Look good. Look real good this week. Went toe-to-toe with Kyler Murray. Still had some help from his defense, which is complimentary football. But yeah, man, shout out to Tua, man. Shout out to the Dolphins. We are trending in the right direction, playing good defense. Look like we got a quarterback for the future. I'm excited about those guys, man. And this game was a big game, I feel, for both of those teams. Both of those teams are trying to get up in that contender category. And Arizona couldn't find a way to win, and Miami did. So shout out to those guys.
Nah, for sure, man. I still gonna tell you pump your brakes a little bit. It's only 2 games, but Tua he did look good though. He did look good, and that's obviously has a promising future, man. And yeah, a great game at the end. AZ, man, they missed a field goal, fell short, like 1 or 2 yards short of the field goal.
How you fall short? How you for 49? Oh yeah, this was the game. So John, did you see that? So Pat McAfee lost like a $72,000 parlay.
That hurt right there.
What was it though, John? Was it an over under? Did he need the points? Did he need Arizona to win? What was it? How did he lose that part? That's crazy.
Man, that's rough, but great game though. Great game.
He actually cashed out too, but he kept it pushing.
Tua, man, on the Miami defense. Like I think you mentioned it. I think coming into the game yesterday, giving up the least amount of points. I think it was like 18 and a half a game.
So the Dolphins?
I think I read that right.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they played well. I watched I actually went back and watched the Rams film, and I would say their numbers and the stats look better in the film. So I was still a little hesitant. And then you had the number one. Ooh. I know that hurt. It'd be tough betting on these games, though, man. Any given Sunday, bro.
Any given Sunday,
especially with these parlays and these tickets. Man, that's gross. But yeah, man. The dog, like I said, they trending in the right direction, man. They got some good players. Obviously, some great coaching. So I'm excited about that future, man, down here.
So another game, man. The Ravens and Colts.
Man, let's just skip ahead to this pick real quick. This interception, man.
I did not have that as a pick. Harbaugh must have knew something though,
bruh. Harbaugh know the rules better than anybody else. Apparently, I feel like everybody felt the same when he threw that challenge flag. Like, man, come on, what are you doing?
Right. But what you thought about that game? I thought coming into it, it was like whatever defense played the best.
Let's see if I can show that game.
Yeah, share it if you can.
Let me see if I can show that. What is that? Boom.
But I felt like whichever defense played the best. There you go.
Yeah, this is wild. This is wild. I mean, when I saw the replay in slow motion, I'm like, see, he didn't even expect this, that was a pick. But when I saw the replay in slow motion, he did.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Steps.
He caught
He
it.
got the catch.
Oh,
1, 2,
2,
3,
3.
4. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Oh no, Harbaugh might be on to something, man.
So whoever upstairs, in Harbaugh ear, like, yo, like, challenge that.
Yeah, it looked like a football move, and the dude, you know, he Marcus Johnson did a good job of, you know, yanking at the hands, you know, being physical. As a DB, we always say play through the hands, play through the complete catch. And I feel like as a DB, if I was on a wide out, that would have been an incomplete pass.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like that would have been a catch for a first down. So I don't understand how
calling that a pick.
Yeah, that was crazy. But obviously, Colts fans were pissed off about it. But I mean, we done talked about Peters a lot on this show. You know what I mean? And that's what he do.
Playmaker.
You know what I mean? That's what he do. And even the touchdown before that when he had the strip.
Yeah.
Even when he had the strip on, so he was basically responsible for 14 points.
Yeah. No,
in a close game. Well, we started off as a close game. So those guys, they disrupt that ball, man. It's crazy, man. And the defense lost some steam in the second half. I see somebody said that, but the offense not moving the ball and putting up points, man. At some point, you're gonna get tired, especially against an offense like that that's pounding you pause over and over again. So I mean, defense came out. I mean, what they had under 50 yards in the first half?
Yeah, 50 yards. Yeah. Stop them in the run game. So NDD definitely came out strong. But like you said, it's you gotta play 4 quarters. 4 quarters. So question for you though, D, but I want to hear you answer this one.
Ooh, hey. So I don't know, man. So I feel like when Phillip went on that 2-game stretch,
right?
I feel like he kind of killed all the quarterback. I feel like if he would have went into that bye week with a bad game against the Bengals or they would have lost, it would have probably been the conversation. But since he had a good game, then he came out and had another good game and beat the Lions. I feel like they're gonna ride it out with him. You know, they gave him 25 M's. You know, GM Bethea said, you know, ride about, go talk to him, let him know what you will.
Shit, we did that. So he came out 2 games, played well.
But where we at now though, we had a, you know, obviously you got Wink Martindale in that Ravens defense. He didn't look too good.
Nah,
so
he did.
Stand now?
We gotta. Now I'm going in talking to my coaching staff. I'm talking.
So you're not even talking to Phillip. You're not talking to Phillip again.
We had our conversation. Shit. What we talk about now? Like we had our conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going in. I got my head coach in there. You know, I got my OC and we got to make some decisions. You know what I mean? Yeah. We got to make some decisions because you know you fighting for the division. And like you said,
Titans got another win.
They got another win. Our defense is playing well. And right now it's the you know, T.Y.'s not there. We don't have those weapons on the outside. We have a great O-line. They kind of went away from the run game. So like, what are we going to do? Do we need to make this move at quarterback? So I'm talking to my offensive coaches, man, and we got to make a decision.
Yeah, man. I feel like you look around the league, man, and the teams, even the teams that aren't necessarily contenders right now, but you can see, okay, that you know, a piece here, piece there. Maybe next year, like going forward, they'll be good. They got dynamic quarterback play. So that's what you gotta have to compete in this league. That's just what it is. You saw how in an NBA it kind of changed from, you know, you need a dominant big man to, all right, now we need a dominant point. Or we need a guy who can handle the ball and get everybody else involved. So that's kind of the same way. You know, and quarterback play has always been important in NFL, but I feel like right now it's, you know, the most important. You know, you see points being scored at crazy numbers. And you just don't have that dynamic quarterback at the coach. You got a guy who's smart, who knows where to go with the ball, who's seen a lot of defenses, you know, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like T.Y. will ever be T.Y. that we know with Phillip Rivers at quarterback. And maybe you can say, oh, T.Y. washed or he hurt or he this or he that. I mean, I don't think that. I think if Ty got a quarterback that can stretch the field, that can because that's Ty's best ability is to be able to run through and pass the defense. You got to have a quarterback that can put it out there, or at least put in the mind of a defensive backfield like, damn, all right, we got to watch 13 or 83 or whoever's that threat,
right?
Getting behind the defense. So Phillip Rivers has had some good games. He's had some bad games. I would say the Bengals games was probably his best game of actually throwing the ball, and his arm looked as live as it did all year.
Yeah,
you got to have that type of quarterback to get the best and the most out of your weapons on the outside. The rookie from USC, I'm not sure where he is yet. Obviously, he was banged up, but didn't hear a lot of noise from him in camp, which kind of made me put my eyebrows up. Talking about a second round pick that they were so high on. So you got guys who got to develop and make plays, and that run game is looking trash right now, man.
Yeah, but you still ain't answer my question. You kind of ran around. You kind of ran around, and you know what I'm saying. You articulate.
What's the question, bro? You want me to bench? You want me to bench Phillip, man?
Hold on. You articulate really well. You know what I'm saying. But you still ain't answer my question. Like, so what you do? Like, what do
I do?
Like, does Jacoby? Okay. You go to Jacoby. You go to the young boy. You stay with Phillip. Like,
you know what? Damn. I gotta see. I ain't seen him in practice. If Jacoby looking good in practice, I mean the only guy I will go to this year is Jacoby.
All right, he's played.
I wouldn't go with Eason, but he's played. But I feel like they put Jacoby in the worst spots, the worst situations to play. They throw him in for a play here or there, and it's some bullshit.
I'm not talking about this year. I'm not talking about this year.
Oh, okay, you're saying just in the league in general.
Just in the league, like last year. You know what I mean? He's had playing time, so you kind of know what you're gonna get out of him.
Yeah, I mean, but I still got to see how he's looking in this year in practice. If he's practicing well, if he's been locked in, if he's been doing this, which I anticipate, I think he has. And if that's the case, I mean, I would. Who they got? They got a Thursday night game. I wouldn't make a switch this week. But if Phillip go out there and stink it up,
who they got this week? They got
Tennessee and Indy. I believe that's the matchup this Thursday.
Oh, that's
so we got to get our Tennessee guest on for this week too.
That's a big matchup right there.
Yeah, so we got another Thursday night stream. This week. So don't forget, set that reminder. We're gonna have some Tennessee Titan vet join us. But hey, right now, matter of fact, if you're on this stream, like it, do all that shit. I think that makes the stream better. Hit the like, subscribe button,
subscribe, all that. Please, we appreciate y'all.
But yeah, if he go out there and stank it up against the Titans this week, and we got kind of like that little longer layoff,
yeah,
I think that's when we make that move. If we're gonna make it, we go for Phillip, and or we say, hey, we going with Jacoby or Eason, like kind of how the Cowboys did. Like, hey, we don't know which one of these guys, so that way the following defense don't really know which guy gonna be in there. But you just say it's gonna be a quarterback change because you're not locked into Phillip long term. You did pay him 25 this year, but that's kind of standard for quarterback.
25 of them things.
25 of them things. So yeah, it's definitely a conversation. Like you said, it's definitely a conversation. It's on Phillip this on this short week.
Yeah. Hey, this is something that I want to talk about. We're gonna backtrack. Thoughts on Tony Pollard and how explosive he looks compared to Zeke. Yo, that young boy runs hard.
Yeah, he do.
He runs hard. Like I don't know. Like I know Zeke was battling a hamstring, and we all know how that. I know D-Buck, you know how that hamstring goes. Yeah. I know how that hamstring is. But the young boy Tony Pollard, man, he runs hard, man. I like him. I think that's definitely a good 1-2 punch that Dallas has. Obviously, they had a lot of changes with their O-line this year. A lot of injuries and guys playing different positions. But Tony Pollard, man, he's going to be a good one.
Yeah, he's been producing.
For sure.
Even like last season, like he's been playing well. Zeke, man, I feel like Zeke. I know he was dealing with the hamstring. I feel like Zeke full, man.
Man, he got that bag, man.
Yeah, he got that bag, and he don't look like the same guy.
He ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? He ain't eating no more. You know
he full, man. He done put his plate to the side. He done ate dessert. He good.
Yeah.
Zeke is full, man. They got some issues over there. They got some issues over there.
Much love, man, from South Africa.
That's what's up. Okay, we international.
Hey, we international.
Man, appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What else we had yesterday?
Man,
weird week of ball, man.
Weird week. Shoot, let's go to the Panthers and Chiefs.
Hey, I was just looking at that.
The Panthers and Chiefs, man. Chiefs was able to squeak by, man. They won it by 2. C-Mac, another loss. Says C-Mac might be out for a couple more weeks, man, with a shoulder injury.
Yep.
But it is a big loss. But to see what Mike Davis was able to do when he was out with the ankle injury, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too worried on that front.
But that offense with C-Mac, man. I feel like whether he touching the ball or not, like he just adds a different element. It's kind of like we talked about with Kamara.
Yeah,
like he just puts a different. Like back in the day, he's like Matt Forte back in the day. Like it was different than just all right, he gonna be in the backfield. Like we're gonna know how to handle him. Like okay, this dude could be out wide, he could be in the slot, he could be in the backfield, he can motion out. So C-Mac just adds that different dynamic, and with the offense missing them for that month that they missed a month plus, it made everybody else step their game up. It made Teddy Bridgewater get on point with everybody else. And I think going forward, that's going to help them tremendously, man. You saw it yesterday. Obviously, they came up barely short against, the defending Super Bowl champ. But I know over in that building, they're excited about their future, especially on offense.
Nah, for sure. There's a couple people ask me about this Ravens. Now I work out with the Ravens tomorrow. I work out for the Ravens tomorrow, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So,
yes, sir.
We're gonna keep y'all posted.
Posted.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Be more, baby.
Matter of fact, if you ain't check out our last episode, we had a Baltimore legend, Rudy Gay. One of my college classmates. He's 14th year in the NBA. He talked about the bubble experience, talked about restarting, talked about his team, the Ravens. We talked about life, obviously, on and off the court, man. So y'all check out that episode. Check out that Will Blackman episode. It has some good episodes, man.
I'm mad I missed that Will Blackman episode.
Man, we'd have been enough for 3 hours if you was on there, man. We was talking ball, man.
Yeah. I'm mad I missed that.
We had good questions, man. We had good interaction from the fans. And we went deep in the woods with the ball. So if you're interested in learning more about football, more about the DB position, all that shit, check that Will Blackman out. If you're interested in wine, check that
MVP wine. He be sending some good stuff too, man. I know I'll be waiting at the crib for that for my shipment every month.
Yep, for sure. Send you a little card, give you a breakdown of what it is, where it's from, all that fancy shit. But oh, this is a good question, being that one of us I picked the Colts to win the division.
I picked Tennessee.
So who you got this Thursday?
I'm gonna go Tennessee, bro.
I'm gonna go Colts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee, man. Like I said, man, that offense, man, the offense just looks like it's lacking right now. But again, who knows? Short week, anything can happen on them Thursday night games.
Facts.
Anything can happen. But I feel as though on them Thursday night games, it's you got a short week. You kind of going off of your last week's game plan. You're gonna make some tweaks here and there, just depending on what your opponent likes to do. But I need Indy offense to pick it up, man. We know the defense is gonna go out there. They're gonna fly around. They're gonna make plays.
They're gonna do their job.
They're gonna do their job for Indy. But I need the offensive side to pick it up a little bit. Tennessee, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna run the rock. They're gonna try to control the clock. You know what I mean? They got AJ Brown out there. He's playing some good ball.
He's a beast.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it's going to be a good matchup anyway. Like I said, them divisional games, you can never underemphasize like how important those divisional games are. So I think it's going to be a good one, but I got Tennessee on that one Thursday night.
And I'm going with the Colts. I think that defense is going to be it's gonna be too good. It's gonna be overwhelming. I think the offense will do enough to get a win, man. Divisional opponent. And I'm so I really love watching our defense play football. Like they're disciplined. They're strong in the middle. Like those guys Grover and Buckner in the middle of that defense. The guys get after the passer. And the guys in the back end of that back seven, they fly around sideline to sideline. So you got a defense like that, you got a chance in any game. So like AB said, it's just gonna be on that offense doing their part, carrying their weight, pulling their weight, and hopefully they do so against Tennessee. I got a lot of wins against Tennessee, very little losses. So hopefully they handle business.
Yeah. Let's talk about somebody kind of just mentioned it. That Buffalo game, Buffalo and Seahawks, man. Buffalo went up. They won 44-34.
Shootout.
Yeah, Jay Allen doing his thing. Stephon Diggs doing his thing. Jay Brown. Now they got
like 100 and what in the first half. He went off in the first.
Yeah. He's doing his thing, man. What you think about the What's up with the Seahawks defense, man?
Man, it start. I'm trying to find a play right now from that game, that touchdown. But I think it starts. We always talk about it starts up front, man. And they got no pressure up front. And then on the back end, that trickles down to the back end. The better your guys play up front, the better you can play in the secondary. And unless you got an elite group of guys that can kind of overcome that secondary, that lack of pass rush, but they don't look on the same page. Josh Allen, who started this year off flaming hot. He was in a lot of MVP. He was in everybody's MVP conversation.
Yeah.
Kind of tailed off for a couple weeks, and then Seattle came to town, and he just got right back in MVP mode. So they just got to get on point, man. They got to communicate, obviously execute better, and it's hard to just find the pass rush at week 10 in the season. Like they traded for Dunlap. He got him one yesterday, but. They got it. Jamal Adams came back. He got him one yesterday, which I think Jamal Adams is probably their best pass rusher right now, which you never want your safety to be your best pass rusher. So I think that's the biggest issue. They just not making plays back there, man. Russell Wilson got to go out and got to throw 5 touchdowns every week for these guys to have a chance to win.
Yeah, man. You're not going to make it too far in the offs, man, if you give it up, 40 points, 30 points week in and week out. You know what I mean? Like you said, Russell Wilson, he's not gonna be able to go out there and just give you 30 points game in and game out. They got to figure something out out there in Seattle, man. But Bills, man, contender, pretender. We talked about that, right?
I mean, we have, and I said there was pretenders. I said I didn't trust them, and I still don't trust them, honestly. I do think they will win that division now. So they're gonna be in the offs. They're definitely gonna be in the playoffs. But I mean, I don't really see them potentially beating the Steelers or the Chiefs or.
Man, I'm still not believing in the Steelers, bro. Like, don't get me wrong.
They undefeated Steelers.
Oh man, like I don't know. I'm feeling the same way. You can't really put them in the same category. But the way I was feeling about the Bears, right? Like they were winning.
I'm telling you can't even
listen what I'm saying. So like the Bears, like I would say probably like when there was one loss, and you was like, I think you might have said something like, you are what your record is, right? So I'm like that is true, but I'm like it's just something that's not clicking. And I was just kind of feeling like at some point, it was gonna fall apart. And I'm at this point, they 5-4. You know what I mean? They 5-4, not looking really good. And with the Steelers, they're a way better team. They're a way better team than the Bears. But it's just something I just feel as though I don't know. At some point, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I feel like I mean, I feel like if they haven't been playing their best football and they still find
They
ways to
still
win.
find ways to win, and
So
then that great football teams they find ways to win. So
that's coaching, that's
yeah,
veteran players, and and they got veteran players all over the field on both sides of the ball. You got Big Ben, obviously at the quarterback position.
yeah,
You got a lot of young guys around him at the receiver position, but Juju's he's a seasoned vet at this point. Ebron's a seasoned vet at this point. And you got the young guys, Claypool, Deontay, those guys contributing. And then on the on the defensive side, once again, veterans everywhere. Pre Watt, and it starts once again. You talking about great defense? It's gonna start with that pass rush. How much can you get? How can you get after that passer? One of the touchdowns that they gave up yesterday, Watt was in coverage, and I hate seeing that shit.
your best one of your best pass rushers
right now, numbers wise, the best pass rusher in the league,
and he's covering Lamb on a double move.
and now for y'all out there, I saw a lot of tweets and stuff like, "Hey man, why is Watt covering Lamb? Why would you put him on a receiver?" So for the coordinator, he's not putting him on the receiver per se. Watt is an outside linebacker, so sometimes outside linebackers drop in coverage, and depending on what your assignment is within that coverage, if they end up putting a receiver or a bunch or whatever to your side, now you're gonna have to play that part, whether it's a curl. That looked like a curl flat, right? And when you're a curl flat, like you're responsible for the short outside. And usually that's good unless you got a guy that goes out and then wheels up. Because once that happens, that becomes your coverage. And so every drop in practice, he was probably doing his thing in the flat, making a play. And then Cowboys happened to call that play with that formation and put him in that situation, have him in that matchup, which is a great job by them, and hit Lamb on a wheel route on TJ Watt. So I just hate, if I got 90 out there, man, I want him
going forward, baby.
That way, yeah, as much as possible. Like I got Robert Mathis, I don't want Robert Mathis dropping in the hook curl or curl. Like I don't want that. Period.
That used to kill me. My last year or two when we switched to the 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
And you should see 98 dropping. I'm like, man, man, come on, yo. Like
we're gonna look at one of these touchdowns right here, though. This touchdowns from the Bills. Tell me what you think about this coverage right here. It look like a 3 buzz.
Let me break it down. It's 3. So you got speed trips. Can you widen the screen so I can see the whole? Good. It's just one side of the formation right now.
Oh, it's all they're showing on the
all right, bet. All right, it's speed trips. You
got speed trips.
Oh no, it's 10 personnel because you got a receiver on the back side.
Okay, so speed. So explain the difference of speed trips.
So speed trips is when you have 11 most of the time 11 personnel. 11 personnel is 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 wide receivers. So speed trips is like you have speed to one side. So all your receivers are on one side. So initially in this picture, it would look like speed trips where you have all receivers on one side. So that's what we call speed trips.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see at the top right here, it looks like that's 15. You got the cursor. You can put the cursor. Oh yeah, you can see it.
15. Yeah, that's 15.
So that's 15. So right now it's 10 personnel. So you got 1 back, no tight ends, 4 wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the one indicator I would think about is that X receiver up top has a cut split. He's on the short side of the field, so it's like, okay, he could be doing something shallow, something short. I wouldn't bank him doing any out routes, so that's kind of one of the communications. Like, look, think about him coming under, think about him coming in. That's something that you kind of talk about pre-snap.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. Now I wouldn't count him out running out route just because he cut split, giving himself more space out there. But as I think this play really came down to Jamal, honestly.
Let's see what he
it kind of looked like a 3 buzz. You see him, he hard
So
in the flat.
I think that might be the corner though, D. But so that's the community.
Let's
That's
see
the community.
let's see what one does.
So that's what
Okay,
I'm
yeah, you
saying.
might be right. You might be
Yeah.
right. Yup.
So one does a curl. I'm not exactly sure what coverage they in, but if the safety robs it,
Mm-hmm.
that safety has to that not the safety, but the corner has to go high.
Yeah.
So again, that's that pre-snap communication. Go back to that real quick. Let me see what's is Diggs in the
Skipping around, so I don't know why, but probably because I'm sharing it. Never done it on this. But they look like 3 deep. He coming down,
3D
like you said, he coming down the curl flat or hook curl.
hook curl.
But if he got this weak hook, that's why I was looking at him. Because usually you're responsible to take that.
Oh yeah, that's the corner because you see right. He goes to the flat.
The back.
Yeah, he goes to the flat with the back. Jamal Adams, he comes in the hook curl. He takes the curl. So that corner gotta have good eyes and he gotta play his third.
Yeah. And once again, it's a good play design. Because like you said, you hear us talking about this coverage. Just the coverage we don't play tons of time. But once you put these guys in these situations, everybody got to be on the same page. He got to see it the same. Right got to see it the same. The corner got to see it the same.
Yep.
Then him, the post safety, he gonna lean to this side because this is where all the speed's at.
Yep.
You got 19 who just running away from him, so he not gonna have a shot.
Yeah, so that's the corner. That could be an easy pick for the corner.
See, you see him looking back.
Yep.
See the body leg. Watch Diggs right after the touchdown is caught. You're gonna see him looking back at the corner. So these are some of the issues going on with Seattle secondary. Like, so looking back, like, bro, like,
where you at?
All right, where you at? You know, you supposed to be. So, but that's what it comes down to. You know, quick things like that. Like, yo, hey, make sure we're on the same page, and they happen fast in the NFL. Damn sure happen fast once you get into that red area. Got to be on point, man. Got to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on in that Seattle defense. In my opinion, it starts up front, and then it's just communication and execution on the back end.
For sure, man. Let's jump on another game. The Raiders and the Chargers. I know. I think we had a Twitter question was like, is Justin Herbert for real, or is the Raiders defense just that bad? For one, Herbert, he's a real deal. I think he's been playing well all year.
Mm-hmm.
We got a question up here at the Ace Boogie. Shout out to Ace Boogie.
Shout out to Ace Boogie.
Yeah, Raiders is a wild card team. What you think?
I mean, I can see them. They definitely, in my opinion, one of the best 6. They won't win their division, obviously, but so yeah, possibly Raiders. Shit, probably the Colts, depending on what the Titans do, if they do take control of this division. The offense probably. So I think Raiders could definitely get in there. They they can get in there. I see them wild card team. They got to get better on defense once again. A lot of defenses are struggling right now.
Yeah,
I feel like defenses right now as a whole are kind of like a step or two behind the offenses around the league. You know, a lot of points been put up, a lot of yardage. And as a defensive guy, as a coordinator, if I'm a coordinator, like I can deal with the yardage. But once we get into situational football, you know, third downs, the red zone, situation 2 minute, we got to be good in all 3 of those phases. And if we're good in those 3 phases, I think you're gonna be all right, especially as you get closer to, you know, the end. Once it starts getting colder outside, ball's not traveling the same in the air. Offense is switching certain things up. You know what the offensive strengths are. Who are the guys? What do they like to do? What don't they like to do? I think that's when you start to see defenses catch up always towards late in the year, playoff time. So I'm not tripping right now, but they definitely got to get better. I think Gunther, he hasn't been doing a great job in my opinion, but no, he still got time. They got a good court. Carr is playing well. Carr is playing well right now.
Who you said? Who?
Derek Carr.
Oh, Derek Carr, yeah.
Derek Carr all season. I think he's been kind of flying on the radar. They're getting a lot of production from those receivers. You know, Ruggs, Aguilar survived his career over there. Renfro, young cat out of Clemson, and then Waller. Obviously, Waller's been, you know, he's having a good year. You got a good running back in Jacobs. So Raiders definitely got a shot, man.
Nah, for sure. What else we got?
We got a first time listener here, man. Shout out to Sippy Sports Show.
Man, appreciate you for checking us out.
Appreciate you, man. Who any other first time listeners? Let me give a couple shout outs to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Yash R, what up, man? Shot. There you go. There you go. You shout out. Kim Ball, go Colts. Chris Pink back. Van Albright back. Those are guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Van, I ain't working out for nobody, man. Working out, health is wealth. I'm working out for, you know what I mean? I clicked on this on accident. What you think about this question? Nah, I ain't gonna let you ask that. You ain't got I might be a teammate in a couple of days. How much burn did Dez get?
Yeah, he got
first week there.
I've seen him in there probably a couple plays. Maybe like one, like maybe like really a couple plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Pink, Judy. I saw the Judy TD. Judy, another South Florida kid. Another episode. We had our Gold Feet Global on here. Great episode with a great interview with Tevin. Y'all check that one out. We kind of talked about Judy in it a little bit, but South Florida kid, that's always been his thing, is his route running. I knew coming into the NFL, he was going to come into the league as one of the better route runners, which you rarely see as a rookie. Like that's something you have to learn. But obviously had some good coaching in Alabama. Gold Feet had something to do with it, sure, as well. And that Roddy ran that touchdown. Shout out Gold Feet. That Roddy ran, man, he threw that hand up.
Chop that.
That was some elite route running.
Elite.
Because as a defender, I'm coming out, I'm covering the guy. I see that hand go off. I'm thinking the ball coming in. Got in out that break. That obviously broke the touchdown. But he's a big time player. I thought the best receiver in this draft coming out. And he's showing it, doing his thing.
Nah, for sure. We got another first time listener. Oscar. Shout out, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Oscar Solis, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody in here. Pepe from Mexico, he back. Yeah, man.
I met a Pepe in Mexico, man. I was out in Cabo, man, and he showed us around town, man.
Yeah, Cabo's good place, good trip. I like Cabo. Yeah. Expensive. You're gonna spend some money on Cabo.
You definitely gonna do that.
It's nice, and it's better not get in the water. That shit. Look, waves be too strong. What else you got? It's a good question. Jordan Waters. Titans got Desmond King. It seemed like he made an immediate impact. They also get a Dory back. I think the Titans are going to get it done. Okay. I mean, Desmond King, he's been a very, very good slot defender his whole time in the career, but also a dynamic returner. I think that was a great pickup for them, honestly.
Sure, he jumped out there yesterday. Got him a scoop and score.
Athlete, man. Great ball skills. Pause. Great ball skills. He's a baller. Man to man, shout out Matthew. What else we got? We got any other questions? Is there any games? Sure, we missed some games.
Yeah, we missed some. Let me check the book. We got the Giants and the team in Washington.
Yeah. Washington Alex Smith played well. He played well. He came in.
Yeah, he threw like 3 picks, though, didn't he?
I know, but they were down big when he came in.
He
got him back in it. Hope Kyle Allen get a speedy recovery. Ugly injury.
This is what I want to talk to you about. So the Broncos and Falcons, right? So we kind of talked about this before when they fired everybody. So you got the interim head coach, and it was like, if he goes 11-0,
11-0.
You know what I mean? But I think they won the last 3 of the 4.
They playing well.
They're playing better. So what you think?
I think I think it points directly to the coaching. Like sometimes that's really the issue. Like sometimes either a team just once you kind of lose that locker room and that term kind of gets thrown around, but it's important for the team, for the guys that have confidence not only in themselves and each other, but I got that confidence in my coach too. He's gonna make the right decisions. He's gonna be able to make tough decisions at critical times, adjust, etc. And obviously. Dan Quinn wasn't showing the ability to do that. So Raheem Morris is doing something different, whether it's the preparation through our practice, getting those guys ready to play, whether it's his game day adjustments, or whatever it is, or a combination of things. They are playing better football. They were out. Calvin Ridley, you know, their second best receiver, and still won. I picked them to win, but yeah, they doing something. They doing something better, and I think, you know, Raheem Morris should get a strong, hard look as a head coach again in this league. He had a chance with Tampa Bay, you know, and got fired, but he's been a defensive guy, secondary guy. He's back in it, so I think he should get another shot. Man, I think he's earned that, at least how it looks right now. And I think if they continue to play and win half of the games that they got left, I think he should definitely get strong consideration.
Agreed.
In others.
Agreed. So yeah, the Texans and the Jags yesterday too. Texans, they was able to squeeze that one out by 27-25. Jags made a push at the end, failed two-point conversion. You know, some AFC South ball.
Yeah. But man. What else we got?
That was
all
it.
right, man. Yeah. Wrap it up, man. But hey, appreciate y'all as always. Man.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, go listen, go catch yourself up on the episodes, get those 5-star reviews. And then, you know, go slide over and listen to Pat McAfee's show today from 12 to 3. Their Overreaction Monday. I'm sure it'll be fun, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Peace out, man.
We out.
Love.